Welcome everyone to this month's Astrocolorscope. My name's Elizabeth Harper. My website is sealedwithlove.com. So the idea of the Astrocolorscope is that in a moment I'm going to dip my hands into this bag of crystals, take 3 crystals for your star sign, individual star sign, and then I'll throw those crystals into a group of the 12 houses just to see where they land. Then I'm going to read the energy of the crystal, the color of the crystal, where the crystals landed, and I'm also going to take a bead from this bag to have an extra little bit of color or whatever else wants to come up from that bag, and I'll take a card from the Voyager deck tarot, and these cards are collages. So what I want you to do then is take a look at the card that comes up for you and see what most attracts you in that card. Then ask yourself, what does that mean? And see what the message is that comes to you. So it's a little bit more individual. So before we get started though on that part of our Astrocolorscope, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the aspects that are coming up this month for July. So the first of the month, between the 1st and the 3rd, it's kind of a little bit exciting because Venus is conjunct Jupiter. Venus is the planet of love, of course, and Jupiter is a planet of expansion and joy and luck. So these two planets are coming together. It's almost like they're giving each other a hug or a big fat kiss, you know. So there's a sense that there's joy that's coming up in relationships, happiness that's coming up. Your heart is being fulfilled. And also at the same time, there's a Uranus and Mercury aspect that's coming in. So you can expect the unexpected. Communications are filled with love. Then on the 2nd of July, there's a full moon in Capricorn as well. And with this, there's a Sun trine Neptune all at the same time. So it's like the universe is saying, let's have a great time at the beginning of July. This is a fabulous time to fulfill your heart's desires. So it's a great time to get married. It's a great time to propose. It's a great time to fulfill whatever it is you want to achieve right now that is close to your heart, because of that Venus energy. It's bringing love into it, and Jupiter of course means that great opportunities are coming up. So this is a fabulous time to make your wishes. And you know, even though the full moon is about a culmination and a completion, it's still a great time to make your wishes and just open up to the universe and to the abundance of the universe. There's also the sense of, you know, pursuing a vision as well, and especially with that Neptune energy, because Neptune is about the imagination, and with the Sun there's a sense of light coming in. So a vision that may have been blocked, or imagination, or if you've had writing issues, then it's almost like a dam opens up and that energy flows through you, so that then your vision can be expanded. You know exactly where you're going. Your imagination is really hot. So it's a great time to write as well. This is a good time to write, especially as Mercury is going in the right direction for a change, right? So it's a great time for creativity, and again for that passion, whatever you are passionate about right now. Then the beginning of the month is the perfect time to get that energy moving for you. On the 6th, there is a Sun, that the Sun is opposing Pluto, and then on the 9th, Mars is opposing Pluto. So with the Sun opposing Pluto, there's an intensity, because Pluto is an intense planet. It's an intense body. So it's almost like, you know, you don't always get what you want. There's a sense of a tantrum that's coming up with that Sun, because the Sun is, oh, everything's fabulous, everything's wonderful, and then Pluto comes up and says, well, it might not be, because you need to transform something, you need to change something, you need to look at what's going on in your life, and especially with that Mars energy coming up at the same time, almost at the same time. So it can be a little bit of an overbearing time between the 6th and the 9th of the month. It may be that, you know, anger is coming up a little bit more, energy is coming up to be cleansed. Anything that you've stuffed down there, like irritations or or grievances, that may start to kind of come to the surface. But at the same time, that is an energy dynamic as well, especially with the Sun and Mars. Very hot, very fiery, and you could use it to your advantage. So this could be a great time to get things moving, to get action and heat and passion behind whatever it is you've wanted to get off the ground. So it could be like a little rocket that's being set under you to get things moving. It doesn't have to be negative, doesn't have to be challenging. Then we have the new moon that's coming up in Cancer in the middle of the month on the 16th. Cancer is the home of the home, so it could be around that time that you could start to change things around your home, move your furniture around, just like I've been doing in my office. I've already gotten that energy, and it could well be that you start to plan parties and things that will be more home-based or family-based, connections with your family. So then July 25th, there is a big aspect, a big shift, and that is Venus going retrograde. So at the beginning of the month we have this Venusian energy, and towards the end of the month it's coming up again. And when it moves retrograde, it's really about, you know, going inside, connecting again to what you most want, as opposed to looking outside of yourself and maybe relationships. So also around that time, Uranus is going retrograde, and Saturn is retrograde. It's been retrograde since March. So it's like three big planets, three big energies are all moving in reverse. So if we feel into that, if we feel into Venus, which is that planet of love, compassion, desire, joy and excitement as well, that's in Venus, and all of that is going inside. Saturn is again in that reverse mode as well, so it's almost like you're having to look at what is really important to you. And Uranus going retrograde, it's always a planet of the unexpected, but because of that internal energy that's coming up, it could be that the rug gets pulled from underneath you a little bit, and so then energy has to emerge. So it feels like there's a strength that's coming from that. It doesn't feel negative. It feels like, you know, in the immediate instance it looks like it's negative, and then something shifts and you can see a new strength, a new gift, a new talent that emerges from you. That's the sense of it for me anyway. It feels like it clears out the emotions, but to clear it out means that then you find this new ability. Right at the end of the month there is another full moon. So this is a 2 full moon month. So this is in Aquarius, and you know, with Aquarius it's a little bit more intellectual, it's a little bit more mind oriented. So again, you have that kind of emotions that are going internally, that focus isn't on the internal life. So your emotions could be a little bit in turmoil because you don't quite know where they are. They're going inside, and then there's this Aquarian energy that's coming up, and it's like a thinking part. So you may be like a fish out of water if you're a very emotional person, and it may be that you just cannot figure out what's going on emotionally, and you might just have to focus a little bit on the intellectual side and maybe where those emotions are coming from, how they are impacting your life, what you can do about creating a balance in your life. And there's another energy that's coming from that. It feels like there's a need to start journaling now as well. And journaling's always good, but there's a sense of journal, and then you can bring this new energy up and out and into your future. And you know, September feels like it's going to be a little bit clearer, but August, this energy is still going on. Alright then, so let's get started on the crystals for your star sign. Okay, Aquarius, so you have this piece of clear quartz crystal. It's a tumbled clear quartz crystal. This went into your 4th house. Clear quartz, of course, amplifies things. So it's clear, so there's a sense of maybe clearing things out of your home because it went into your 4th house. But I feel that this is a little bit about irritating things in your home life. So and they're going to be amplified this month. So there's almost a sense of you need to be clear about what it is you communicate to your family and friends around you so that they don't irritate you, for a start. I also feel that you are creating something or you're working on something, and there is a sense of it getting bigger or out of hand for you, and there's a feeling that you need to ask for help. You need to get somebody to help you with that project or whatever it is you're doing. It just feels like something is going to be out of proportionally difficult for you this month. And it's not because, you know, it's a huge challenge. It's just because you've set your mind to something and it's more than you can do. I also feel with this that you are either maybe not clearing out your home, you may be putting new art around the place, or there's a sense of, it's not exactly beautifying, but there's a sense of bringing more energy into your home. There's a higher vibration, a higher frequency that's coming in, and it might be that you sage the place or you put bells around or crystals around it, but whatever it is, there's a sense of a higher vibration that comes into it. And because of that higher vibration, this can also trigger some arguments maybe, or frazzled tempers, and it's just bringing stuff to the surface to be healed. That's all. And it's just changing that vibration. You're not used to it, and so you're changing the frequency of it, and eventually it's going to settle down. It's going to be okay. So then in your 8th house, you have this piece of kimberlite. And kimberlite is actually, it's a stone that you find diamonds in and around, and it's made up of all kinds of different other stones, chrome diopside and peridot and olivine and you know, all kinds of things, garnet in there. So as a consequence of this, it's almost like it has lots of options, lots of opportunities, lots of different ways that you can achieve a goal, that you can figure something out, because you have all these different colors in it, you know. Also in your 8th house went this piece of morganite, this big piece of morganite. Better not drop it, right? You smashed all over the place. And it's a beauty, an absolute beauty in there. So it's coming in with this. So I feel as if, especially in your 8th house, it's almost like you are, waking something up within you, and you're waking up a dream, you're waking up a passion, you're waking up love, you're waking up to a desire that you have, and you're finding all kinds of different ways that you can connect to that desire. So it's almost like you don't have to think that it's not going to happen because there's only one way to do it. There's lots of different ways to do it. This stone gives you the confidence to do it as well, and it helps you to move on that journey that you were destined to be on. It helps you with freedom. It gives you the freedom because you have everything in your knapsack that you need. It's a fire stone, so it brings you the passion, and it expands your soul. And to me, the morganite is linking with your soul. This is love and joy and brilliance all at the same time. So it went into your 8th house of death and rebirth. So then we come back to this. And this is that clarity, that clearing stuff out the way, and that intensity that's coming into your home. So there is something that is moving in your life that is going to expand. You're increasing vibration, you're increasing frequency, you're moving to another level, and you have everything you need with you to take you to that next level as well. Now, because I'm looking at this piece of Morganite, Morganite is about love. So part of this could well be that if you have had issues in relationships, that you are moving those issues out and you're coming to a place where you can be in that relationship. So see if you can just fit it into your life around that kind of, idea. The stone that came up for you, it looks blue, but I see this as indigo. So the indigo is, as usual, is vision. It's the third eye. But indigo is also about, manifesting something from a dream and doing it quickly. So again, this amplifies energy. So it's almost like you have an idea, whoosh, it's going to come into your life real quickly. So get ready. Everything's going to move in order for that desire to be manifest. I like that. So then the card for you is integrity. Be careful what you decide you want to manifest, right? Integrity. So take a look at that card, see what you are most attracted to, then ask yourself, what does that mean? What does that mean? So this card, when I look at it, I see there's a person walking up the steps of this. Get my finger in the right place here. There's people all around it, and there's a person walking up the steps right there. So to me, it's almost like it's in the middle of the card, and it's just at the bottom. So there's a sense of you are beginning this ascension. You haven't quite got there yet, but you are beginning this ascension. And so again, this is a great month for you. Decide what you want so you can move towards it. And remember that this is going to be really fast. So whatever it is you envision, provided it's for your highest and best good, then it will manifest very quickly. Okay, that's it for this month's Astrocolorscope. Hope you've enjoyed it. Do remember to grab my free colour kit at bit.ly/colour kit. And also remember that I do different kinds of readings on my website, sealwithlove.com. I offer crystal gem readings and card readings and soul guidance and all kinds of different things. Plus, I have a store.sealwithlove.com, where I offer all kinds of different jewelry, this bracelet and necklace and rings and lots of meditations and books, of course, etc. So I look forward to seeing you very soon. Do check out my other oracles, the Crystalscope and the Colorscope. Lots of coloricious blessings to you. Bye!